The long-awaited trial against ex-Prime Minister Najib Razak involving over $500 million that were allegedly misappropriated from State Fund 1MDB is postponed yet again on Monday.
High Court Judge Collin Sequerah said he will allow one more week for the prosecution to wrap up the first trial involving SRC International, a former unit of 1MDB. But defense lawyer is crying foul.
Najib is facing a total of 42 criminal charges across 5 separate trials linked to 1MDB. CNA's Melissa Goh has more from Kuala Lumpur.
Now, 66-year-old former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak, who's just recovered from an eye infection last week, arrived in court just before 9 a.m. Monday. Now, he's pleaded not guilty last year to 25 graft charges, including 21 counts of money laundering over 2.3 billion ringgit. That's over $500 million that were deposited in his bank accounts between year 2011 and 2014. Now, the prosecution, led by former Judge Gopal Sriram, believed that the money was misappropriated from 1MDB. But Najib has insisted always that it's donation from Saudi royal family, and bulk of it has been returned, he said. Now, on Monday, High Court Judge Collin Sequerah wanted to hear this case immediately, but both the prosecution and the defense had asked for a further postponement. Now, the case that was originally slated to begin in April was postponed twice, much to the disappointment of the Malaysian public. Now, the prosecution had wanted to wrap up the trial involving a former unit of 1MDB, SRC International, first, before tackling the so-called mother of all trials. But Justice Collin Sequerah only allowed one more week of extension after hearing both sides' argument. Now, the defense team is crying foul. Najib's lawyer, Muhammad Shafi Abdullah, argued that there isn't enough time, he said, to go through all the witnesses' statements that were only given to them last Friday.
SRC alone, many of us lack sleep. You can see the effect from some of us. But if you now add another one, it may compromise our ability to do the best defense.
Now, the prosecution hopes to wrap up the SRC International case this week, with the defense being called to enter the defense by October. Now, throughout the 54-day trial, the defense has pinned the blame on Penang-born businessman Joe Low and his associate Nik Faisal Arif Kamal. Now, the ex-Prime Minister, the defense claim, was always a victim in this elaborate scheme to defraud the country. Now, the 1MDB scandal is being probed in at least 6 countries, including US, Switzerland and Singapore. Now, the US Department of Justice believed that $4.5 billion were misappropriated through 1MDB, while the Swiss authorities put the figure higher at $7 billion. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.